Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Ikram al-Haq and you are watching my YouTube channel English with Ikram. In today's video I am going to discuss some pedagogy MCQs. Let's get started. आज की वीडियो में I have told you I will discuss 20 MCQs from pedagogy. बड़े इंटरेस्टिंग होते हैं और जब आप बंदा खुद स्टडी करते हैं बाद दफ़ा समझ नहीं आते या उस तरह दिमाग में नहीं बैठते, जब आप वीडियो देखते हैं, डिस्कशन जब आप किसी चीज़ के करते हैं, किसी से सुनते हैं तो आपके दिमाग में बैठ जाते हैं. तो इस वीडियो को आप आखिर तक देखें, लास्ट तक देखें. आपके आने वाले इस टेस्ट में यह आपको बहुत हेल्प करने वाली है. लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. नंबर 1, पेडागॉजी इज़ द स्टडी ऑफ. ये आज की पेडागॉजी के MCQs हैं. तो फर्स्ट MCQ इज़ व्हाट इज़ पेडागॉजी. पेडागॉजी इज़ द स्टडी ऑफ एजुकेशन, teaching methods, learning process or guiding students. What's pedagogy? The option is, the right option is B. Pedagogy is study of teaching methods. Pedagogy is the study of teaching methods. Right? Number 2, the main objective of child-centered teaching method is, the main objective of child-centered teaching method is, option A, to develop the learning abilities in children in free way. Option B, to develop the skills in children. Option C, to develop independence in the students. Option D, all of the above. First, assess your competence, your knowledge, your background knowledge. खुद भी आप चेक करें कि आपके ये, अगर आपने स्टडी किया है, मुख्तलिफ बुक्स बाज़ार से मिलती हैं जिसमें से पेडागॉजी के MCQs होते हैं, तो आप उस बेस पे आप खुद भी चेक कर सकते हैं. तो राइट ऑप्शन हियर इज़ द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ चाइल्ड सेंटर्ड टीचिंग मेथड इज़ A, B, C and D. द राइट ऑप्शन इज़ D. इट मीन्स दैट ऑल ऑफ द अबव. तो तीनों चीज़ें वो दीज आर द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ टीचिंग मेथड, चाइल्ड सेंटर्ड टीचिंग मेथड. राइट. नंबर 3, according to the law of effect, if a stimulus results in a positive outcome, the SR bond is, number 1, option A, strengthened, option B, weakened, option C, stabilized, and option D, unstabilized. According to the law of effect, if a stimulus results in a positive outcome, the SR bond is, the right option is option A, strengthened. आप इसको फिर देख सकते हैं, अगर आपको समझ ना आए आप दोबारा भी देख सकते हैं. According to the law of effect, if a stimulus results in a positive outcome, the SR bond is strengthened. Option A is the right option. Next, according to Jean Piaget, children are no longer egocentric when entering, option A, sensory motor stage, pre-preparational stage, concrete operational stage, and option D, formal operational stage. The question is, the MCQ is, according to Piaget, John Piaget, children are no longer egocentric when entering, and the right option is option C, concrete operational stage. According to Jean Piaget, children are no longer egocentric when entering concrete operational stage. Right? The right option is C. The next, the most complex skill of Bloom's taxonomy is, if you have studied Bloom's taxonomy, this is from Bloom's taxonomy, the most complex skill of Bloom's taxonomy is, option A, characterizing, option B, evaluating, option C, synthesizing, option D, originating. And the right option is option D, originating. The most complex skill of Bloom's taxonomy is originating, option D. Next, purpose of evaluating phase of teaching is, purpose of evaluative phase of teaching is, option A, to know to what extent objectives are realized, B, to know the shortcoming of the teacher, option C, to know the effectiveness of strategies, and option D, all of the above. And the right option is, the purpose of evaluative phase of teaching is, option D, all of the above. यानी जो तीनों जो चीज़ें हैं वो इसमें पाई जाती हैं. नेक्स्ट, लर्निंग मीन्स, दैट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. लर्निंग मीन्स change in behavior, B, teaching process, C, curriculum, D, none. What is learning? Learning means option A, change in behavior. That's the real purpose, the objective, real aim of learning, that should bring change in your behavior. तो असल लर्निंग ये आपके बिहेवियर में चेंज आनी चाहिए. Only to get a degree or the teaching and learning process or curriculum or syllabus, this is not learning. You cram certain notes. Learning is the real change in behavior. Next, an assessment that is generally carried out at the end of a course to assign students a course grade is called, an assessment that is generally carried out at the end of a course. इसको ध्यान में रखना है. To assign students a course grade is called diagnostic assessment, formative assessment, contemporary assessment, or summative assessment. The right option is option D, summative assessment. वो assessment जो किसी कोर्स के end पे की जाती है, that is called summative assessment. Next, the field of study concerned with the construction of thought processes, including remembering, problem solving, and decision making is called option A, education, option B, pedagogy, option C, cognitive development, and option D, epistemology. And the right option is option C, cognitive development. The field of study concerned with the construction of thought processes, including remembering, problem solving, and decision making is called cognitive development. Option C is the right option. Next, to make classroom teaching more effective, every teacher should discuss with colleagues. To make classroom teaching more effective, every teacher should discuss with colleagues. Option A, analyze responses of students, keep him abreast of development in the area in his subject. C, publish his writings, and option D, none of these. What do you think, which should be the right option? And the right option over here is option A, analyze responses of the students. According to Piaget's theory of cognitive development, the formal operational stage starts at age. According to Piaget's theory of cognitive development, the formal operational stage starts at the age of 3, 7, 11 or 15. And the right option is option C, 11. The right option is option C, is the age of 11. The concept of pragmatism in educational philosophy says that education should be about what? Option A, obedience. Option B, value, virtue. Option C, life and growth. And option D, shaping good citizens. What do you think? What should be the right option here? The concept of pragmatism in educational philosophy says that education should be about what? The right option is option C, life and growth. That is option C, life and growth. Okay. The next is a successful teacher's most important function is, that's very, very important. A successful teacher's most important function is helping students to become good players, to develop love for books among children, helping students to pass examination, and to develop thinking abilities among children. What do you think? A successful teacher's most important function is helping students to, option A, to become good player, to develop love for books among children, helping students to pass examination, and to develop thinking abilities among children. And the right option is option D. That's the main thing, the main objective, to develop thinking abilities among children. right? Number 14, the next is the able teacher is one who is the able teacher? Option A, who engages the students in their work. Option B, who inculcates the interest in the subject among students. Option C, who helps all the students in passing the examination. Option D, who maintains peace in the class. What should be the right option? The able teacher is one who. The option is option A, who engages the students in their work. A teacher who is capable of engaging the students in their work, he is the able teacher. Number next, the aim of a teacher is option A, to help students get through in the examination. B, to make students disciplined. C, to develop the abilities of students. D, to develop the social behavior among students. The right option is option C. The right option is option C, to develop the abilities of the students. 16. Circles of learning were formulated by Roger and David Johnson. None of these. The right option is option C, Roger and David Johnson. जब आपने ये सुना है, वैसे जब आप खुद स्टडी करते तो शायद ध्यान में नहीं रहता, तो आपने मेरे मुंह से ये चीज़ सुन ली है कि जो सर्कल ऑफ लर्निंग है ये वर फार्मुलेटेड बाय, फर्स्ट टाइम इनको फॉर्म किया था रॉजर और जॉनसन ने. अब ये आपके जहन से कभी भी निकलेगी. अगर ये इंशाल्लाह पेपर में आते हैं तो आपके जहन में आएगा कि ये हमने फिलहाल वीडियो में, सर की वीडियो में ये चीज़ डिस्कस हुई थी, तो फ़ौरन आपको क्लिक करेगा. दैट्स द एडवांटेज ऑफ वाचिंग अ वीडियो. नंबर 17, relationship of subjects at different level is called A, centralization, B, decentralization, C, horizontal organization, and D, vertical organization. And the right option is option D, vertical organization. Number 18, the branch of philosophy focuses on the nature of reality is option A, cognition, option B, epistemology, option C, metaphysics, option D, pedagogy. And the right option is option C, metaphysics. The branch of philosophy focuses on the nature of reality is metaphysics. Number 19, the most complex skill in cognitive domain of Bloom taxonomy is, again this is from Bloom taxonomy, the most complex skill in cognitive domain of Bloom taxonomy is characterizing, understanding, evaluating and synthesizing. And the right option is option A, characterizing. The most complex skill in cognitive domain of Bloom taxonomy is option A, characterizing. The last MCQ of today's session is the meaning of teaching method is. The meaning of teaching method is A, style of teaching, B, way of teaching, C, art of teaching, D, substitution of the knowledge from outer world into child's intellect. What do you think? What should be the right option? The meaning of teaching method is, the right option is option D, substitution of the knowledge from outer world into the child's intellect. Real views, these were 20 very important MCQs from pedagogy, and these MCQs are very much important for headmasters and SU's tests, because pedagogy portion, that's very tough, very tricky, and normally you forget even after studying this many times. तो इस तरह के वीडियोस हेडमास्टर और SU's के टेस्ट के लिए इस तरह के वीडियोस फ्रॉम स्कूल मैनेजमेंट, स्कूल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एजुकेशनल साइकोलॉजी, एजुकेशनल पॉलिसीज, करिकुलम, इन एरियाज़ में से मैं डिस्कस करता रहूँगा. और पेडागॉजी में पहले भी मेरे चैनल में वीडियोस में आपको मिलेंगी. उसके साथ साथ जनरल नॉलेज ताकि आपकी हेडमास्टर और ST की पोस्ट के लिए मुकम्मल तैयारी हो. Keep on watching my videos, and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, subscribe it right now and share with friends for effective and easy learning. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.